Just making sure, alright? Okay. Okay, good evening, everyone. So, just make sure everything's alright. Make sure audio levels are right, because we have some problem with those a couple of times. How's it all going? You got 380 people in, just to make sure. Alright. Hey! Looks like we're all starting to get it coming in. 400. Yeah, we got 500. There he is. There it is. All sounds good. Cool. So, good evening everyone, and welcome to the Super 89 debrief. For those of you who might not know what a debrief is, well, we've pretty much seen episode 89, and if you haven't, I don't know what you're doing here, but you're welcome anyway. So, we're just going to be talking about today's episode primarily, as well as just Dragon Ball questions in general. I personally thought this episode was actually really good. It was very chill, very relaxed, and it was its own thing. It felt like none of Dragon Ball Z and Super had actually happened. It was like a straight up Dragon Ball story. But yeah, so Diego saying Masako greetings from Spain. What do you think Tien's role will be in the Battle Royale? Well, I personally think he'll break out the Four Fist of Forearms, because it just shows that they haven't forgotten about his technique. So that's always definitely about that. But yeah, going into the actual thing. So since we've got a lot of people, we're getting over 500 people in the chat. So for those of you who want to make sure that your question gets immediately answered, doesn't get lost in the actual thread and the chat, you can leave a super chat. You leave a super chat, then I'll definitely pick it up. Or you can just donate at bit.ly/PardaPatrol. So remember, you want to make sure your question is guaranteed to be answered and featured, then leave a super chat or tip down there. Anywho, so Sergio Flor says, I'm down with the kale sickness. I actually thought, and I cut this out of the review because I wasn't too sure how people would take to that. I thought she looked slightly Hispanic, and I thought that was pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. But then I remembered that Saiyans have actually quite yellow skin in comparison. It's quite a darker skin. Because Goku's skin is a lot different to pretty much anyone else on Earth, really. And there's this four arms Kikoho possible? Will that be like a double tri-beam? Or like hexa beam? Oh. Hey, Kevin! Yo, Kevin. How you doing? Otaku Hipster Gamer says, Hi Masako, I'm from Japan, and I wonder how DBC has been in other countries. Oh boy. DBZ in other countries. We've had a lot of localization issues in the past, but now it's pretty much faithful to the original source material. We live in it's a good time to be a Dragon Ball fan, really. Definitely a good time to be a Dragon Ball fan. It's been a trying period for about 10 years, but people then realized, and Funimation in particular, realized that, oh, wait a minute, this is something we should really take seriously. But, yeah, it's a good question, though. Oh, like, there are so many things that I wanted to make. Okay, I want to say the joke I really wanted to make was, urine is taking the piss. I wanted to say that joke, but due to the fact that with YouTube being the way that they are right now, and they're being all huffy and they might say, oh, demonetized because you said a bad word, or sexual connotations, or that, so I don't want to get my video demonetized. I don't want that. I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. So yeah, urine was taking the piss was the one joke I really wanted to do. Honestly, that was a lot of fun, and trying to get around, because I somewhat cringed at Roshi's antics in this episode. I felt it was just like, Oh boy. Oh boy. It just felt really awkward to me, if I'm all honest. But you know, Yurin's pretty cute, and I like the fact that she was okay by the end of it. So it was all good. Hassanan Ali, hey Muska, I'm from Iraq. Have you known that Dragon Ball has a fan base in Iraq? Yeah, I know that there's an Arabic dub of Dragon Ball. I need to actually find it. Yeah, I want to check it out. Well, no, Dretzy, it wasn't more like that. I think it's just a cultural thing in Japan, because I imagine that girls there are more used to the leches perving on them. So it's just more like, oh my god, this guy is just the worst. But, you know, Yurin was able to hold her own. Oh. But yeah, Go Goku content, Kale is the female legendary Super Saiyan. Oh, well, I think that, I think, yeah, she definitely is. And I just want to know, judging from the description that was leaked, she's just one of those people that, like Frost, I don't want to unleash my power because it's kill people. Taku Hipster. Would I like Tarble to show up in Dragon Ball Super? Well, you know, Tarble's been mentioned. Tarble's definitely been mentioned in Super. Definitely, that's for sure. But, so, I think it'd be cool if he actually was mentioned, but other than that, I think it's just gonna fall down, really. But, okay, we got the first question of the night from Abdullah Khan. Thank you so much, sir. Will you consider doing a Dragon Ball discussion on the Toonami Asia dub for Super? For an Asian market dub, we have returns from Final Bout and Harmony Gold. Popular talent involved in Little Karibo's rumors to reprise Frieza in this. Realistically, I honestly don't think that Little Karibo would be Frieza in that, because honestly, it's just Toei, Team 4-Star. I don't think that Toei would sanction Team 4-Star in a production of Dragon Ball. That's like the worst thing that they could possibly do. So I'm afraid I don't see that happening. But in terms of a discussion with the Toonami Asia dub, maybe if I can actually have a legal source, like if I actually bought the DVDs and got that, and I can review it. Maybe. But yeah. But thanks very much for the question, man. Ollie Johnson, thank you very much, sir. Hi, Masako, love your work. Not really relevant to the episode, I know, but how do you think 18 feels about Krillin naming their daughter after his ex? Oh, yeah, because Marin was Marin was Krillin's girlfriend back around the Garlic Jr. saga. Yeah, but technically, Marin was a filler character, and I'm just gonna assume that nobody told 18 about that. So that's my best guess. And odds are probably Toriyama thought, oh, that's a cool name. I'll use it for Krillin's daughter. Totally doesn't make things awkward. Yeah, thanks, man. Skibsy, thanks very much, sir. Hello, Masako. I had a question about future Trunks. How did Trunks, whom was a pansy that admitted defeat against Cell, end up defeating someone like Zamasu? It would make sense if future Trunks wasn't so weak in DBZ. Well, he's not necessarily weak. He may be weak-minded in a way, but he's not weak by any means. He is almost as strong as Vegeta, and he's been training a lot, and he's reached the power of Super Saiyan 2, and he's knocking on the door of God Ki, in a way. Super Saiyan Rage and all that. So honestly, I just honestly feel that Future Trunks is definitely strong, and the power of hope is very strong. Power of hope works in mysterious ways. That's all I'm going to say. It's just a shame that the ending was, like, really poor, now that I look back on it. Every week that passes, that ending to that arc just makes me feel more and more sour. Like, it just doesn't work. The arc itself was pretty good. Other than that, it was just no. But thanks for the question, though. Suzaku455, thank you very much. What if Goku was born as a girl? I don't know. I don't know, actually. I honestly feel like this being Toriyama, I don't think much would change. I just think the difference would be is that he'd have made Chi-Chi a guy and named obviously a different, slightly different name instead of Chi-Chi because that's a girl's name. But I would imagine that he would probably just adapt it slightly, but not that much differently, if I'm honest. But yeah, good question though. I did actually get someone to ask if to do a what if all the roles, the genders were swapped. So if every gender was swapped, if that make a difference, that would be a monumental task. That's for sure. Okay, let's see. Andrea says Goku as a woman would have kids and ditch them with the hubby. Kind of, pretty much. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Phantom Bullet, female Broly is cute as hell. What is her name again? Don't worry, you can give her a name now. It's Kale or Kare. I'm not sure whether it's actually Kare or Keru. So, I'm just gonna guess it's Kale. It's a shame, really. I don't really like Kale. I kind of liked it when I first had it, but then every time I ever had it, like made. No, Andrea, no, I just felt a little awkward. I didn't mean to make, you know, if I said something bad. That's all. But well, Max Rage, Krillin X Fem Goku. Goka or Goko. I honestly feel that wouldn't work, but yeah, for Krillin, because she'd still the female Goku would still have the same principles and values or as regular Goku. Just the genders would be swapped. That's all really. She would just still like, oh, Krillin's a friend. Yeah. That's the way I see it. But Zeki Mariati, with Gohan surpassing Goku next episode, do you think the evidence behind a new Gohan form is stronger or weaker than it was before? I feel like Gohan's resurgence is totally on course, and judging from the preview for episode 90, it looks absolutely remarkable. Like, really good. That somebody whoever animated that really put the time and effort into it. Really, really impressed. But other than that, I feel that they'll Goku will always be the strongest in Dragon Ball because it's mostly about Goku. But I feel like Gohan can really, really get right back up to the top of there and be competing with Vegeta. So it just means there's someone right at the forefront. But yeah, good question, man. Ollie, thank you very much. Do you think Gohan will be stronger than Vegeta, or does Super Saiyan Blue crush him? I feel like Super Saiyan Blue would crush Gohan, but I don't know. That's the thing, because when you remember with the ultimate form, it takes every single transformation you have and makes your base form as strong as your strongest form transformation. So his Super Saiyan 2 transformation, he gets that same power in his base form. He just needs to power up. That's pretty much all he has to do. So in a way, he could just get the powers of be as strong as Super Saiyan Blue without actually having to have the form. But they might give him the form because it looks kind of cool. Super Saiyan Blue Gohan figures, anybody? Money. Mark Dean 2012, thank you very much, sir. Do you think Dragon Ball Super story will end at the end of Z story or at the start of GT's? There actually has been quotes from Toyotaro and some other sources saying that they don't plan to rewrite the ending of Z. So what that implies is that it's all going to be something that is going to be tied in with the remaining 3 years between now and the end of Z. So there's still more to happen. There's a lot you can do in 3 years. Like the entire King Piccolo saga in Dragon Ball took place over a week. So you could do a whole lot in a week. You do a whole lot in 2 days. Cell Saga, that was pretty much a couple of weeks. Oh god, I was really thirsty. I've drunk through one of my drinks already. The layman, hashtag marketing. Yeah, pretty much. There's a chance to make a new figure, then, you know, of course there'll be a chance for money. It's the money, man. There was actually a joke in DBZA when the guy who has money, he bribes Cell to give him money, not to absorb him, and he goes like, "Wait, I've got you money! Money, 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 money." And he gets absorbed, and then Cell goes, "I have absorbed the money, man. Money, 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 money." That joke was really early on in the infancy of the Cell art jokes. Like, this was probably like 2 years before everything happened. And this was when, like, Taka was starting to build up the hype that he was going to be Cell. He just wouldn't stop talking about it. Honestly, I don't blame him, because Cell's been the character he's been dying to play. And you guys seem to love it, so it's obviously worked out. DB Geek, your thoughts on a possible return of Frieza? Okay. I don't really want to talk about it that much, because I don't know whether this is actually going to be a spoiler or not, or whether this is just a rumor. But the one thing that you got to understand is that this is a rumor that has no scans or anything. There's no like scans from any V Jump or Shonen Jump or Psycho Jump magazine to confirm it. And I just feel that it's not got enough evidence. And for those of you who are wondering what it is and what I implied in the video, I didn't want to spoil it because I wasn't too sure whether it was accurate or not. But it's all to do with the fact that Frieza might be... that one of the 10 people that we think is going to be joining Universe 7 doesn't show up. And it turns out it might be Frieza. And you'd be just thinking, you shitting me, right? Really? What? It's just one of those things where you just go like, why? Just why? You've had Frieza. You gave Frieza his own arc. I mean, if you're gonna be bringing back a bad guy from your hell, why don't you bring Cell? Why don't you bring Perfect Cell? He's stronger than Frieza in a way. Why don't you bring Paikon? Like Paikuhan, Olibu, like the three. If anyone saw my video about my ideal pick for Universe 7's team, Perfect Cell, Olibu, Paikon, those 3 people, any one of those 3, you would have had a guaranteed positive reaction, or at least people going like, "Oh, okay, all right." It wouldn't have been like people just flailing, going like, "What the hell?" instead of being confused. Yeah, lots of people in the chat. Lots of people in the chat are saying, like, you know, Paikon. Like, Paikon was a really big fan character. And he's in Dragon Ball Heroes. It's not like they've forgotten about him. They know that he's a draw. It's just that's just the way it is. But I just... I don't know, man. It's just so infuriating. Just infuriating, if I'm honest. Okay. Long day. Long day. Okay, Shineth. Thank you very much, Shineth. For some reason, this week's episode made me wonder where Launch was and how fun it would be if she appeared in Super. Did that cross your mind too? Well, I know what you mean, but we know that Launch is alive and well. She's a trucker. She's a trucker according to the end of the Boo saga. I imagine she's just busy being a trucker. She did appear in the Jump 40th anniversary special. But I honestly feel that her time's passed now, and I feel like Toriyama once again forgot about her. Because if you remember, he forgot about Launch. That's why she wasn't really much in Z. And there was only a filler thing because the animators originally knew about Launch. The only way that Launch could be in there is if Toyotaro went, "Oh yeah, I've got this scene. Toriyama's not said no to me doing it. Well, I'll just include it." You know, just roll with it. Because I think that's what he could have done. Yeah, Toyotaro, it's up to him. It's up to Toyotaro to bring Launch back, in my opinion. But yeah, thanks very much, sir. Okay. Super plush videos. Do you think that Goku will use the wish to prevent global destruction? I'm actually working on a video that'll go out on Thursday, because I'm just gonna be rejigging my schedule to be releasing videos on Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So Mondays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Just based on how people like watch stuff. So Tuesday, Wednesday, no videos, or at least you won't be getting a scheduled video. But a discussion I've got is how you could possibly end the Universe Survival arc. D-Line Remix. Yes, I work with Channel Awesome. Yes, I do. I came up with 5 different scenarios based on how the compelling level. So, you know, it's just one of those things. I got like a boring scenario, a not so boring scenario, a quite interesting, a very interesting, and a complete balls to the wall one. I'm really looking forward to that one. But actually, tomorrow's video is all about Piccolo, because somebody was mentioning like, oh, it's Piccolo's birthday on Tuesday, why don't you do a video about it? So I went, yeah, sure, let's do it. Oh, Akira Kami, why has it been a long day, Masako? You okay? Oh, yeah. I just got up at like 6:30 today and just started the review. I get up early. Mind you, that's a lot better than staying up to do it. At least I'm refreshed vaguely from sleep. Well, yeah, it's just one of those things of being, you know, a DB tuber. Just the way it is, really. But thanks for your concern, though. DBLBA Condolux, thank you, sir. Hey, Masako, I've been pondering this for a while. It is an idea for a what-if topic. What if the Saiyans had arrived when they were predicted to? Oh. I can't remember exactly. So, what if they arrived a little later? I think. Oh. I don't think I understand your question. I think it's been a while since I've seen that Saga NZ. But I'm guessing if they arrived at the same time as Goku, then I think a lot more people would have survived, suffice to say. Zeki Mariati, thank you again, sir. Super restarted Super Saiyan cycle. Old villains creating new blue forms. G Frieza, Golden Frieza equals blue Super Saiyan 1. What about Cell type villain bringing a blue Super Saiyan 2? Well, I think if there's going to be any like transition or like increase in power, it's going to be Super Saiyan Blue 2, because essentially it's the God Key mixing with Super Saiyan. So naturally, if Goku's able to tap into the God Key a little more and be able to hold the own with Blue 2, then we might see that. Pretty much. Do not. Thank you very much. If Frieza took 6 months to achieve gold form, but Gohan 2 days, well, to achieve ultimate form from weak Super Saiyan 2, what's Gohan's potential if he trained for 1 month straight? Well, the thing is, though, Frieza took 4 months to do it, so it was actually 4, which was ridiculous. But it just showed because he had all that power and he never trained a day in his life. So it was just like, he was that strong without training once. So, like, if he actually applied himself, then who knows what could he do? And with Gohan, he just had to remember what he already knew after he was training with the Elder Kai. So the Elder Kai unlocked something within him, like unlocking his potential, almost like in the Namek Saga. But yeah, it was just a case of him being remember who you are. Mufasa Simba moment, pretty much. Lane K 1978, thank you very much, sir. Did you make the name connection between Paragus Broly being reversed for cauliflower and kale, asparagus kale plant? In the end of Z, 10 years after, Bulma said they had not seen Goku for 5 years, so technically already changed it. Yeah, that's true. A couple of lines might have been changed. So, yeah, that's absolutely true. But as for the connection between Paragus Broly and cauliflower and kale, I did not make that connection. Very good. Very good. So, for those of you who didn't quite get that, Did you make the name? There's a name connection according to Lane K 1978, Paragus and Broly, reversed for cauliflower and kale, because of the asparagus kale plant. I'm like, whoa. Very good, sir. Very good. I'm impressed. Chin chin to you, sir. That. Yes, Arnaldo Acosta. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, they did arrive earlier. So if they arrived when they intend to, I think Goku would have made it there on time, and they would have pretty much been. Well, Wahil Saya, they did, yeah, he technically did train, as in unlock potential. And yes, Ultimate Gohan is the Gohan Rage Boost unlocked, so he doesn't get angry anymore. It's already there. It's like he's always angry. Yeah, welcome to anyone who's been who's just joined the chat. Oh wow, we're at like 940 people. Hi there. So for those of you who just joined, I'm MasakoX, part member of Team 4-Star, and we are just talking about Dragon Ball Super Episode 89, as well as anything Dragon Ball related. And if you want to make sure that your question is guaranteed to be answered, then you can leave a super chat, or you can just tip at bit.ly/Parter-Patrol, as you see down there, and then I'll be guaranteed to answer it. So yeah, happy answering of questions and things. Anywho, okay. Juan Rodriguez, you get a clap and a half. So is it like, or Andre? Well, yeah, Andrea, give it time. And also, it doesn't really matter. You guys are cool. It's nice to have 1,200 people. It's nice having 900 people too. It's just a number, really. At the end of the day, just as long as you guys are like, you know, you're vocal, you get involved, then that's all that matters. Okay. Cam2602. Nappa for 10th member. Hey guys! Now, I have to admit, your choreography for your walk onto the stage is completely terrible, but trust me, I know this guy in Beverly Hills, he does a terrific dance number. Let me get him on the phone. Rudy Visser. Hey, hey, thank you, sir. Wouldn't it be fun not to guru that Dende gives the participants of the tournament a supercharge boost? Wait, can Dende do that? Well, he can heal. He's part of the Dragon Clan, so, I mean, I guess he could, but I imagine since he's not an Elder, I think Elders can only do that. Or when the plot makes it convenient. But at the moment, I think Dende is just now the keeper of the hyperbolic time chamber and a taxi service for anyone who can't be bothered to fly. It's pretty much the way it is, really. Jack O'Shea, do you think Super Saiyan 4 or Super Saiyan Blue is stronger at this point? Well, I don't really know, actually. The fact is, though, Super Saiyan 4 is still a big draw, if I'm honest. It creates so much hype, and the fact that it's being included in Dokkan Battle as a feature set, eventually, it's gonna be huge. And I really like the character design for Super Saiyan 4. So, at the moment, I really couldn't give you an answer, I'm afraid. But okay. Hector Dunehammer, thank you very much. How many times do you watch a given episode before you record your review? Well, actually, what I do is I watch the episode, I pause, I just scroll through it, I pause it, then write down if I got like a witty retort or a quote, and then just keep going. So I only watch the episode once. If I really want to make sure I actually didn't get something incorrect, then I'll watch it a second time. But really, time is of the essence. So from start to finish, from watching the episode to getting a review out, it's about 3 hours, 3.5, maybe 4 if it's a really long one. But yeah, so something along like that, really. Squirrel Gaming HD, go to sleep, Masako. It's only 11. We're only halfway through. Relax, guy. Niall McMahon, what if Captain Ginyu swapped with Frieza or Namek? Oh, I don't think Ginyu would have done that, because for starters, Ginyu knows what's best to who's the best candidate to change with, because I don't think the change thing would work on Frieza, because if it did, then I don't think that would go down well. I think he would have been killed on the spot. So Ginyu's change now thing is meant to be when the mood is advantageous, or the guy's slightly stronger but has no clue what he's doing. But Frieza knows exactly what he's doing. So I don't think there'd be the element of surprise, unlike it was with Goku. And I think if Ginyu Goku had a bit more time to get acquainted with that body, he would have been able to tap more into that power. Kind of like with Goku Black in a way. Carl Gordon. Yo, Masako, any updates on TFS Abridged? Next Friday. Next Friday, I believe. That's what I've heard from Kaiser. Mergen Naidu. How much time does it take to do your thumbnails? Depends. Usually if I have a good idea about which shot I want to see, then about 3 minutes. Doesn't really take that long. I kind of always know I've got like a system going. But thank you for your concern though. Ollie again, have you ever watched Naruto? Well, yeah, I did. I watched pretty much until the start of the filler arc. And I watched about maybe the first 20 episodes of Shippuden. Of course, you know, I was doing Naruto Abridged back in the day, so it would be a bit irresponsible if I wasn't actually watching the series. But yeah, no, I used to watch Naruto. Maybe once it calms down a little bit, then, you know, and it stops for a good while, then I'll catch up with it. Or just read the manga. Maybe read the manga. But yeah. Crystal. But yeah, Crystal, if Goku goes Super Saiyan. Relax, don't worry. There's going to be another What If week. Let me see. Let me have a look at my calendar. 8th, 15th, 22nd. 22nd. So the week of the 22nd. So in 2 weeks, there'll be the next What If week. And don't worry, there will be What If Raditz Turn Good Part 2. And What If Kid Goku turned into a Super Saiyan Part 4. And it's like, most people don't like, oh, I'm just thinking, oh man, I've really got to come up with these new different What If ideas. No, Masako, just do more of the same one. I'm like, wow, okay. You guys really like my storytelling. I appreciate it. Okay then, I'll keep making the same one. Just keep on going with the story. Oh. Okay, just checking on that. Okay. Yep, all's good. Had a little bit of technical difficulties there just for the moment, but everything seems to be working fine and dandy. Okay. Let's see. Michael Singer, how are you all doing? Yeah, I'm doing alright. I'm doing pretty good. It's been a good day. And Son Goku, well, you are a good storyteller. Well, thank you. I try my best. I'm actually trying to like work on I'm trying to work on like an interpretation of the Dragon Ball online thing about when Goku and Vegeta have their last fight before they die. I actually I want to call that Dragon Ball Ascent. And it's the moment where they kind of realize, and I just want to have that moment where it looks all epic and stuff. And it'd be done like I want to get Kevin on that. And so anyone who knows Kevin is one of my resident artists, so I'd love to have him on that. That's my terms of the project. Sockmonkey4651, thank you very much, sir. Yeah, indeed. Hey Masako, just started watching you. Love your videos, and what do you think will happen when the other Z fighter find out about the consequence of losing the tournament? Well, the thing about that Sock Monkey is that half of them already know. Half of the gang already know, and a couple of the others know something's up. That they're suspicious that there's more to this. So it's a little bit one of those things where it's just like, okay. They go like, yeah, sure. Why not? Alright, okay. But in any case, Goku's got to come up with 90 million zenny. I hope he can get to Hercule. And just say, hey, buddy. You don't suppose you can lend the guy some zenny, huh? But yeah, he'll get it. Nylock15ST, thank you very much, sir. As goes for Christian Moss and Cryptic Saiyan. Much obliged, sirs. Much obliged. Samus Aranchozo. Oh. Okay. She asked, do I like my bacon extra thick? Why, yes, I do. Extra thick. Double extra thick. Extra thick. Goku extra thick doesn't make it thicker if you just make it sound longer. I know. Yeah. Anywho, Rudy Visser back with another question. Jack O'Shea, by the way, thank you. Will TFS also do a Boo versus in the future? Would love to see a Boo versus Guts from Berserk. I don't really know, if I'm honest. I feel like that it's the Cell Games thing makes more sense. I just feel that that just makes a bit more sense in that regard. But, you know, fair enough question. Fair enough question. I'm pretty sure that we'll have plenty of things to do. Oh dear. I activated Andrea's trap card. Sorry. Sorry, Andrea. Oh well. Oh well. Okay, Miguel9183, thank you very much. What if Vegeta went Super Saiyan on Namek instead of Goku? Oh, so what if Vegeta actually became the legendary Super Saiyan? Oh, that would have been great. I think, actually, if that had happened, then Vegeta probably would have actually taken on Frieza. He might have won. Because Frieza would have just really not been expecting this. It's like, oh my Vegeta, you are so adorable there. And he actually gets beaten down. He says, what the hell's going on? What? And then he would then actually, I think he'd proceed to actually say, if any of you guys come near me again, I'm going to kill you. To everyone else. So you just have a Super Saiyan gone rogue. That's going to be fun. Okay. Hector Doomhammer again. Thank you. What is mortal level made up of? Is it just strength, or do moral values play part? Good question. Well, initially we all thought it was something to do with power level, so it got all the power scalers excited. But actually, it's a combination of many things. It's about civilizations, innovation, peace, prosperity, and strength. It's a factor, but not the factor. And the reason why is Shin didn't do anything. Shin was really hands off, and as a result, his universe suffered. That's just the long and the short of it, really. Andreas SSG, thank you very much, sir. Are you excited for the Tournament of Power? Oh, you bet your sweet bippy I am. Yeah, you bet. It's going to be the way they've treated this arc has been really, really good. I really like it. I like it a lot. I just really hope that the rumor that happened wasn't true. And by the way, somebody quote asked me in another super chat what the rumor I mentioned before. It was about the rumor that Frieza might be returning as the 10th member of Universe 7's team. And honestly, I don't want that. We've had Frieza in Super now. We should have either another guy or another villain in there, if I'm honest. But oh well. Michael Lara, thank you very much, sir. Hi, Masako. Do you think Yurin and Tenshin-Han could be future love interests? I know Toriyama isn't interested in love scenes, but I really felt like there's something more to be flushed out. Well, I think there might be more to this, but I think Tenshin-Han's not really into romance. I think he's more about martial arts, so I don't think he'd be really clued up on it. He'd be a bit more like oblivious to it, if I'm honest. But I feel like that's not the last time we've seen Yurin. I think we will pass Yurin again in the future. Yeah. Just sit on that one. Okay. Christian Moss, thank you very much, sir. What do you think Master Roshi's role in the tournament will be, and what will be his downfall? Well, first of all, his downfall would be is if any of the fighters were female alien fighters and had short skirts. And I would personally think he would use the Mafuba to throw any devil or evil spirits off the ring, in a way. And also he'd be one of those people that no one would really go for because everyone would just think, oh, it's just some weak old man. He can't really do anything. And then he just surprises them and just catches them off guard. So I think he'll be smart like that, really. An S-Warrior, I kind of like urine. Ew, gross. There were so many jokes I could have made. And I couldn't make them because I didn't want to get demonetized. Oh well. Cryptic saying, Gohan mixed Mystic with the form with the code key to surpass Goku. Maybe, potentially, if his beige rage boost is increased with Super Saiyan Blue characteristics or maybe Super Saiyan Rage, we might be able to see Gohan holding his own. I'd be excited to see that. NeoRed6411, thank you, sir. Would you be upset if Gohan went Super Saiyan Blue before or during the Tournament of Power? Also, do you think they'll keep Fat Boo in the Tournament of Power? Fit Boo. Fit Boo, I don't know. Due to the fact that we saw a shot of him in the lineup, he was fat again. I think that was just a one-time thing. I think that was just more of a gag, if I'm honest. Cryptic saying, no, I've done that one. White Kong, Moscow, what do you think would have happened if Goku went Super Saiyan 3 against Majin Vegeta? Video idea? It's a good idea. He might have been able to finish off the fight a little quicker, but I believe that he might have not had any more time. He would have expended all his energy and he would have to go away again. So honestly, I think he was smart not to do it, if I'm honest. Tony Foster, thank you very much, sir. Carl Gordon, thank you very much too, sir. But yes, Tony Foster. Do you feel like Super could lead into the Xenoverse timeline, considering Trunks' alterations to the timeline this time would attract the attention of the Supreme Kai of Time? That's a lot of time. But you're right, actually. I definitely think that the Xenoverse timeline will cross paths in some way. And the ideal thing I want to do is that if somebody wishes back the old universes that were destroyed, that Demigro's in there. And if Demigro's the big bad, if they did that, that'd be really cool. And that'd be a way of just tying everything together. I like that. I think that'd be really cool. Mark Dean 2012, thank you very much again. What are your thoughts about the various crossovers that Dragon Ball's had, e.g. One Piece Toriko? Money! Fan service. That fact is that, you know, Toei make those shows. And they are on a block on Sunday mornings. So to have a crossover means there's crossover fans. So it's a pure marketing strategy, really. And people have always gone, well, what if Luffy and Goku met? Okay, we'll do a special about it. Why not? So that's just the long and the short of it, really. But thank you very much, though. Ollie Johnson, thank you again. Are there any characters you'd like to see get slice of life episodes? Personally, I'd love to see 17's family, maybe on a day trip with 18 and hers. I'd love to see that, really. I actually had a project on the go ages ago before my channel blew up, which was called On the Side, and I wrote kind of like a short story, and I wanted to like get a comic artist to come up with like just a storyboard of what could have happened. And I did make a story about 18 and 17 meeting and the fact that 17 had to deal with poachers. And this was something I wrote back in, I don't know, like the end of, like, late 2015. So I was pretty much on the nose when it comes to 17 dealing with poachers. That was pretty cool. Jack O'Shea. Moscow, have you seen any of the American anime-style shows like Ruby or Legend of Korra? If so, how do you like them? It's Jake, by the way, not Jack. I think I did say Jake, but I think it may come across as Jack as I said it quite quickly. But sorry about that. Jake. I've not seen Ruby or Legend of Korra. No. I've seen half of season 1 of Ruby. I need to catch up on that. Legend of Korra, no, I haven't. I kind of didn't watch Avatar. I didn't have satellite TV really access to that, so I missed out on Avatar. But you know, I like it. It was good forward thinking. Definitely good forward thinking. And straight Straight Savage 20. That's it. Thank you very much, sir, for your super chat too. Okay. Making sure everything's okay. And we are good. All is good. Great and good. Good. Oh, Layman, watch the rest. Ruby is fantastic. Yeah, you would say that. For those of you who don't know, the Layman is a big, colossal Ruby fan. Oh. Guys. Okay, guys. Since you were here, Zany's World reminded me. I've come up with a new shirt design I'm working on. I'm going to bring it up on the chat. I'm going to be doing this totally inelegantly. So, don't mind me. I'm actually working on a new shirt design, and hopefully it should be out within the next couple of days. So, I can present to you this. No, that's not it. This is that. So, the context with this is that, you know that the whole situation, that's it. Sometimes, you know, I say when Bulma's really sassy against Beerus, there's Bulma fierce. So, yeah. Basically, thanks to Malik, who does my channel art, and also does these excellent postcards for me, does the channel art. So whatever Kevin doesn't do, Malik does, of Dragon Ball New Age. Then you will be able to find this basically Bulma fierce reference from my super reviews and all that stuff. Bulma fierce, it's a parody on pretty much on Sasha Fierce, Beyonce. No, it's more like, yeah, she's more like in a lab coat going like, yeah, I know it. I'm fierce. I can take gods on. I'm cool. Yeah, so don't worry. That shirt will be coming up pretty soon. Okay, back to the questions. Frost Kuji. Hey dude, what if Dende entered the Tournament of Power as a healer? Well, I mean, yeah, you can heal. I mean, it's an ability. It's a natural ability that you have. But I feel like I just feel like that it's not, he cannot hold his own. So if he was basically whomped in the face, he would be down for the count. So I just think he's not strong enough in the sense of being able to hold his own. Boo can heal though, I think. Yeah, I think he can. Yeah. So his healing ability is going to be really handy. And guys, for those of you thinking about MCM, don't worry, I will be going on the Saturday. And if you do find me, then you can get one of those postcards for free. So if you can find me. So it'd be like, hello, you found a Masako. Here's your prize. And don't worry, I will tweet a picture of me in what I'm wearing, so you'll be able to find me. Hector Doomhammer, how are plans for moving house going? Oh, thanks, dude. Also, what is your favorite alcoholic beverage? My standard question to streamers. Good questions. Okay, Hector. How move house going? Well, we've had an offer accepted on a house, and we're going through all the paperwork, and it's a very nice house. It's very good. It's a bungalow, so it's one flat, one floor, and there is plenty of room for a new studio, and I'm going to be decking it out with some really cool stuff. So you will see more of it when I move in, when it's all just built and make all good stuff. So it's going really well, thank you. And as for my favourite alcoholic beverage, it is Old Moot cider. So Old Moot. Old Moot cider is a New Zealand cider, and my favourite flavour of that is kiwi and lime. So it's a kiwi and lime cider. Either that or it's an Ottoberg Radler. I think it's an Austrian beer. I need to like Ottoberg Radler. So it's like a lemon flavoured beer. Like really good. I don't drink beer, but that one I did. And that was all that pretty much the only like alcoholic beer, well the beer that I would drink at all. But yeah. Good questions, Hector. Thank you. Shineth. Thank you very much. Do some British Goku for us. Was that too meta? No, actually, Shineth, if you paid it, if you remember back in the Namek Saga, we had to switch voices. So I had to play Goku as Ginyu. So, oh yes, I pretty much had to do them like this. Goku, was it? And eventually I'd have to go like the power level 180,000. So it was kind of an approximation, but yeah, trying to do Goku like this is kind of weird. So to do it like this is a little unusual, but it's totally possible. But it makes me sound really British, like I am actually mocking the British people. Muffin button? What? Muffin scone? Ha ha ha. It doesn't sound right to me. It just the word, the accent, just I don't know. The Waskos. Thank you very much. The Waskos one. Thank you very much. I think that this setup has for using the Super Dragon Balls to bring the planets from the losing universe to Universe 7 and the other universes that didn't compete. That's a fair point, actually. I feel like, mind you, there is plenty of room, given the fact there are only 28 planets in Universe 7. There's plenty of room. So, yeah, that is a very valid point. That is definitely a valid point. And I think that should be, you should hold on to that. And if it happens, then you deserve a pat on the back, sir. Because that's a really good idea. The Majestic Milotic. Not a Heat-Tap? Well, Heat-Tap's not alcoholic. It's energetic, but it's not alcoholic. But anyway, I would kill for a Heat-Tap roundabout now. Watch this space. Okay. I don't think the chat died. I think slow mode's been turned on. Okay. Crazy Sonic 14. I was curious, what are your favorite cartoons besides the one from the anime? Oh. I loved, back in the day, the Disney Afternoon. Like, we had the Disney Club, I think, for a while. But, I loved Chippendale. That Chippendale Rescue Rangers, that was always good. Beetlejuice, that was a good one I liked. Doug. Oh, that's the thing, I really can't remember. I remember you, I don't usually like soccer things, but there was this one show called The Hurricanes, and it was just so damn predictable. Like, every time they'd be going like, oh, we're losing in the first match, and the first half of the match, and then eventually the second half, no, it's okay, we won. Captain Planet, yes, Captain Planet. Okay. Mark Dean 2012. So now we have female Super Saiyans in the anime at last. What level of Super Saiyan do you think they will go in the battle? Well, I think they're going to unlock the legendary form, or at least Kale will. But I think it will be usually just kept to Super Saiyan 1, because that's all that Kaba knows. Kaba only knows to do Super Saiyan 1. So I think it'll pretty much just be that, really. I was not there. Oh, if you're talking about 90s Toon Mask, could you ever do a Tony J voice? Ah, yes. The perfect example of Megabyte from Reboot. It must have been a return command. And then, of course, Judge Court Frollo. The world is cruel. The world is wicked. It's I alone who will protect you in this whole city. You do not comprehend. Oh, it's I am your only friend. That song's been with me for a very long time. I used to be in an amateur dramatic society, like child actors stuff, and that song we used to do, and we had to act out the opening scene of Hunchback of Notre Dame without talking. So we had to just basically do all the gestures in black clothes. And we had no costumes to help us. We just had to act. That was strange. But it was fun, though. Not bad for when you're 8 years old. Okay. Let's take a look, see. No, Super Saiyan Blue. Super Saiyan Blue. Come on. Don't worry. Let's see where your question was. I'm sure. Oh, how is everyone stronger than you, Super Saiyan Blue? Well, it's because you're holding back. That's why. Don't worry. Well, if you showed your entire power, I'm sure you'd be fine. Don't worry. 95 Apocalypse. Hey, Masako, where are you from in the UK? Well, I'm just outside London. So, I myself are down in the south. And hey, Westgos1 back in there again. This is for doing my Piccolo suggestion video a while back on What If Week. I hope my endless suggestions and comments don't annoy you on Twitter. Oh, don't worry, dude. I'm doing a Piccolo video tomorrow, actually. So, you'll like that. And on Friday, May 12th, there will be an Androids video related to that. And it will start with going, you guys, Androids! Aaron C. Murphy. Why is Toei trolling Yamcha? Because Toei realizes that people trolling Yamcha is very popular. So that's why they will do it. Faith Jackson, how old am I? I'm 30. I'm 30 years old. Ernst Over, yeah. Oh yeah, Southside. Wickedy swacked. No AGT. 17 won't quit. Donald George, how's my life generally been so far? It's been pretty good. It's been pretty alright. Can't complain. Everything's been going pretty well. And even if it's not, I wouldn't bother you with it. What's your, Luke and Ho-Oh, what's your opinion on the Assane's power scaling? I don't really have an opinion on it. So long as it makes the story compelling and interesting and the animation's good, then I'm okay with it, if I'm honest. Mark Dean 2012, what do you think the Grand Priest plan is? I feel like it's a power play. I feel like he's kind of sick and tired of the fact there are two Zeno. And that he just feels like it's just going to, you know, he's had enough. And he feels like he needs to do something about it. And as a result, we will see the Grand Priest going in for an attack. So I think he will betray the Omni Kings and try and take over. That's the way I see it. And Hector again says, I'm really happy with the references to the original DB and Z movies with the moves we've seen. Martha Burr, Kaio, what? And now the forearms of Tien. What other moves are you looking forward to seeing again? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know really. I feel like if we got to see a proper Wolf Fang Fist, like as in Yamcha doing a Wolf Fang Fist, like it looked in the original Dragon Ball, that would be great. And again, if we just saw more of the Mafuba, and yeah, if we saw Piccolo becoming giant Piccolo, then that'd be great. That's the way I'd like to see it. Dr. Bonehead, what did you think of the Roshi versus Tien fight? Some people were upset at the sudden power boost of Roshi, but what are your thoughts? I'm going to say witchcraft was involved, and the fact that Roshi might have actually been training. So, I think there might be a lot more to this. And even Goku said that, oh man, Roshi's been training quite a lot. But yeah, I mean, he was able to hold his own, Roshi, against a powered-up base Goku. That's something not to be sniffed at. Kira Okami, do you like Doctor Who, and what do you think the Doctor would think about to Universe 7? I do like Doctor Who, and I imagine that if he saw Universe 7 and saw the antics going on, he'd be going like, oh yes. If that is the 10th Doctor, of course. Mordecai Heller, I think Beerus is somewhat a teenager in a different timescale for how he behaves with Whis, Bulma, and Champa. What's your take on his sexual orientation? I don't know, actually. I imagine that quite a lot of the characters in Dragon Ball are pretty asexual. It doesn't really occur to them. Like, Goku's pretty asexual, if I'm honest. Roshi obviously isn't. But I just don't think they think that way. And I imagine when you become a god of destruction, you essentially become immortal. So yeah, I think that... I don't know. I never really actually thought about it, if I'm honest, Mordecai. Interesting question, though. Let's see. Okay. Oh, wow, okay. I think we got time for a couple more questions. We're about to, I think we'll wrap things up in a little bit. Mr. Etri, good question. Do you agree that Super is taking enough risks? Nostalgia comebacks are fun, but it feels a bit lackluster, and new color number transformations don't count. I feel like I think Super is taking a little bit more risks now. I think it's remembering its heritage. It remembers more about what was made Dragon Ball great. So it's calling back to the right things, and people are going like, "Oh yeah, I remember that. That was cool." So it's doing the right things, if I'm honest. So I'm not worried about that. I just feel like I'm not worried about it. But you're right. I think they're now starting to push their boat out a little bit because I feel like they're gaining confidence because the animation's slowly improving and the story's improving. Like, Toei's actually giving Super the time of day. So I've got high hopes, though. Sock Monkey, to round things off, 4651. Who is your favourite Doctor and what is your favourite line from DBZA? My favourite Doctor is... cross between Tom Baker and... oh, it's a three-way tie. Tom Baker... David Tennant, Peter Capaldi. Because if you saw Peter Capaldi in season 9, Hellbent, that was a brilliant episode. That was one of my favourites. But yeah, definitely. My favourite line from DBZA is the whole, well, you know what they say, Vegeta. When you fall off that horse, you get back up and you eat that horse. Come eat that horse with me, Vegeta. So, yeah, that's pretty much my favourite line. And on that note, I think it's time for us just to say goodnight. So, thank you all for tuning in. This has been really great. And I shall now treat you... well, I shall treat you to a video tomorrow on Piccolo, the eve of Piccolo's birthday. So all in all, thank you so much for tuning in, guys and gals. And until the next one, be sure to like, comment, share, whatever you can with the videos. Just spread the word of MasakoX. And as Layman says, hashtag eat the horse. Remember Bulma Fierce. And until next time, guys, catch you later, and have a good night.